Well, hello again. Welcome back to my food forest garden. It's been a long time. I thought I'd better do a bit of an update. I've done a lot more. I'm pretty sure I said that in the last video. A lot's changed, and it always does if you keep planning stuff and you keep putting effort in. The results arrive. It's hard to see day by day, but if you look back at your old videos, you'll realize how far you've come. So I'll show everyone around. People, welcome anyone that hasn't looked. Subscribe, and there's older videos and you'll see my progress over about 3 years. Now this is a liquid amber. Right now, this is Queensland, Laraval, Australia. It's the 27th of July, it's midwinter. The sun's about to go down, so I apologize if it's a little bit dim. I'll try and be quick. We should still be able to see. It's a beautiful time of the year. I wish it had rained more though. We're basically in a minor drought. The Gadaji from the last video won't stop. These things live for I don't know how long. And the ones at the farm are 20 years old. They're over 20 meters tall, or 15 to 20. This is a golden panda. It's a rainforest tree. It's very small. A lot of my stuff I've planted out of season, a time when they tell me I shouldn't, but I still do because I get bored and I plant them anyway. This is a Gumby, Aboriginal bush tucker, or not bush tucker, sorry, it's medicine. So I think analgesic, I'm not too sure, I have to look it up. This guy doesn't like the cold so much right now. Like I said, planted out of season, pretty much took the blast of summer and then autumn. It is a lemon myrtle. I'm sure it'll come through. It's a bit spotty. There's probably a bit of a bark, nitrogen exchange going on there somewhere. I'll sort it out. Could do with a cut here. These Kurrajong, red Kurrajong, the peanut tree or whatever they call them, are getting massive actually. I think in spring they're going to go nuts. So getting very well established. They're putting their feet right down into the ground. They're really starting to find their way. So no fruit yet, but I mean they've only been in for 2 years maybe. This beautiful thing, the flame tree, it's probably put on another meter this year or whatever. What have we got here? The cow smashed this yesterday. The cow leaned through and proceeded to destroy a banana. So yeah, lovely. And I threw a tiny bit of wood at him. Nothing too heavy, guys, just a little chunk to send him on his way, and fenced it off. It's not the cow's fault, it's my fault. You see a bit of ash there. I had a fire the other day, a bit of biochar or whatever you want to call it. Not trying to be a wannabe, just can't hurt. This is a diploglottis, but it's a yellow diploglottis, yellow tamarind. I read a thing and said should plant them because they're endangered or threatened. So, plant these if you can get them. This guy's out in the elements. Like I haven't protected it at all. David the Good would be like, bloody hell. But he wouldn't say bloody hell, but yeah. Needs a little friends guild, This is a large leaf tamarind, so same family. This thing's really happy. It's really happy. It's put on a lot of growth since the last video. It's very much established. Probably knock that off in spring once the wind stops. Tend to get a lot of westerly wind in August in southeast Queensland. This is a black Genoa fig. It went to sleep obviously, so I pruned it, basically how I said in the last video. But I've waited. It's only just been pruned like in the last 3 days. That's a Cavendish banana, same deal. Bit of biochar down there for springtime. I heard that it's a good idea to leave the other leaves on, which seems right. Normally, you'd only leave 4 or 5 leaves or whatever, but it's okay to leave the dead ones in winter because it can help protect the rest of the tree from the wind. This Gadaji is one that I heavily pollarded. and it's coming back. It came straight back, and then I think it'll just come straight back even more. Obviously it'll just launch in springtime. Wallaby versus apple. Oh no, I can't remember what it's called. It's from Tasmania. It likes wet areas. It doesn't mind growing in grey water. I'll have to I don't do the edit, you know how people do that cool edit and it'll pop up on the screen. Yeah, that's not going to happen, I'm sorry. But tough little bugger. It took ages to get woody, but then you know, it's that big. It took ages to get woody, but then now that it's on its way, it's really tough, and they handle wind as well. Another banana, obviously. I think it's a Cavendish. That's a Jaboticaba. Gave him a little bit of biochar as well, him or her, sorry. It's probably both. I don't know. Didn't do anything this year. They take a while. I'm not impatient with these things, and I don't know how to prune them, and I don't really want to, because I don't think it's a good idea with this particular tree. Maybe I could just give it a little mini trim. I've moved a whole heap of manure up here. This cost me, when you see the bags out the front of people's farms and it's like horse manure $2, this is literally only like, I don't know, $20-30, and you get all that. And it did get temperature. It's winter here, like I said, midwinter, so there's not a lot of temp. I don't want to really dig around because I couldn't be bothered. It's kind of wet because I had the sprinkler on the other night, so it's not really cooking off, but I'm still going to be able to use a lot of it, and it'll be probably what I spread around, and it actually, not probably, definitely will be what I spread around all my fruit trees for early spring or just before. This guy became unhappy. I don't think this hasn't been here long enough to cause some sort of over leaching sort of drama. Don't look too close. It's a Burdekin plum. I think it's just asleep, you know. I'm pretty sure that all these little buds, I'm pretty sure it'll wake up. And I don't really give up on stuff. This little avocado. Did I already say that? Maybe. Bit of char. The lemon. Cut the lemon right back. It's only a patio lemon, so I savaged it. Cut it right back. Hard cuts. And it's not really worried at all. And all of these are gonna get some manure, and then they're all gonna get some more of the mulch. It's another fig. Adam's pride. Cover his pride, I suppose. It's really thick. $25. It came with fruit already on it too. Already had fruit. This little Panama berry, I think may have hit the clay under all there's topsoil, but like under everything is crap, or not crap, I shouldn't say that, it's dirt, not soil, you know. So either wallabies got this, which I suspect that could be the case, or wind plus wallabies plus bad ground, because I mean, that's a Panama berry, and so is that. And that I took about a meter off. So that just shows you that positioning is important. Anyway, hopefully this comes back on in spring. Hopefully it wakes up, gets enough power in it to get going. That's a bannergrass. These are, I think people call them silver dollar wattles. It's Australian native. They nitrogen fix. They flower yellow. The bees love them. Hopefully the native bees especially love them. Same again. And the cows love this one a bit much. Too close to the fence, so they pull it through and smash it. And the same, something likes the dragon fruit too, but I'm not worried. I can't, there's not much I can do about whatever that is. I'm not too worried. And that was an off-season planting as well. That's a bannergrass clump. This area is still sort of, this is the area that needs the most attention because the grass comes creeping in. What else have we got? This is a cherry guava. It's a yellow cherry guava. The kangaroos bit the end off the top of that as well, the wallabies. So just tip it. They don't even eat it, they just tip it and test it. So that's fenced. You know, it just shows you the same sort of tree next to it, they didn't touch it. That one's a yellow, this one's a red cherry guava. I don't mind that form, at least they're pointing apart. I didn't have to prune it. That's a pigeon pea. It's, well, I don't know, 8 feet tall, 9 feet, which is what, 2.5 meters tall. Still got some pods on it. Some of these will be good, nice rattly ones. Some of them have been punched through by bugs and eaten, which is, you know, I don't care. Some are still green, winter green, so they'll probably never come through, I don't know. The kangaroos, or wallabies, sorry, get these and push them over, and they pull them down and they strip them. So I'd rather they do that than do that with my guavas. This is a Hawaiian guava. I love this thing. I pruned like 2 branches off it in its whole life. It's only, oh geez, maybe 18 months old, 2 years old, I don't know. You'd have to watch my videos. I'll have to watch my videos. I don't take a notebook. This is just, look at it, it just presents like this. It's very balanced. Caterpillars get all over it. I don't touch anything, I don't spray anything. They gnarl it up. There's leaf cutter bees having a go at it, and it just does not care. Hasn't fruited yet, but I'm sure it will. I have fruit fly traps now. I have 3, and I have 1 over behind here. My compost is full. I'm not going to put any more there. That some of the bottom will stay here for the bananas, and then the compost bin will come up, and I'm going to put it right there and start again. The top, I'll just put the top to the bottom and do it like that. Scoot around. This is the action of bandicoots, I believe. Like here, they just try and get in to the roots or to like bugs or whatever. Don't worry, I mean, come on. Compost is, yeah, well alive. Here, I'll show you. Creepy crawly critters. I put everything in there, meat, friggin' everything. I don't care. Don't care what you say about it. Look at them all. They love it. And a whole fire worth of charcoal too. Yeah, so pineapples. My mum bought me this beautiful little bridge the other day. This is a native Australian Westringia. It's a new lily-pilly hedge that I put in since the last video, and there's one behind there. These are ornamental canna, and this is edible canna, edulous. This one probably grow from the ground. It sort of got blasted by the cold. All right, go across here. Everything gets junked here. I've got to put some mulch over that. Banner grass in the drain, stormwater drain basically. Has to get allowed to go through. Mind the carpet, guys, who cares? Weed matting, perfect weed matting. You can just drop it over stuff and it kills it. Look how beautiful this thing is. A bit of sacred geometry. Tatsoi, and it's gonna bolt, and I'm gonna let it because I want all those seeds. These I got donated. These, that's a grapefruit, I think, or a pomelo, and that one vice versa, grapefruit, pomelo. There is pomegranate here somewhere. They don't really like it out. It's probably a wee bit too cold, but without shelter, who knows? This one's surviving. Maybe if I gild them up a bit, they'll survive. This is my Zone 0. That's just horse shit. And then marigolds just decided to be there. The pumpkin, this is Midwinter. This pumpkin survives, so I don't dare kill it. $2, $2 Australian. Full of horse shit. Honey snap peas. So I'm letting some go far and dry out. Alright, they're good. And this is just cabbage, sugarloaf cabbage, and cauliflower. But the kangaroos got in here, or the wallabies got in here. That's why it's fenced like this. Had to hard fence it because they strip all my salad. I mean, this is what I use for my dinner. So that, you know, it grew back finally. Another one to plant, another donation. grapefruit. That is a galangal ginger, another tatsoi, aloe vera, Brazilian tree spinach, Cavendish banana. Not the happiest at this time of year, but it's fine. What else have I got to plant? Butterfly bush, and this beautiful thing that my mum wanted to plant, which is fine. I just have to choose somewhere out of the wind because it's very delicate. Alright, and the old cactus. You can see the chilies are asleep. Normally this is loaded. I come to the ground, excuse the camera, shoddy camera work, cut these to the ground, and it'll just grow. That's a black tiger, and it'll just grow again, then fresh growth the next year. Alright, we'll go back along here and I'll just show you the sort of the main part that's becoming more of a forest slowly. It's a lychee. I moved the finger lime to here and swapped it with a cycad. It was down in there in the shade, which is no good for it really to fruit, and so it's here now up in the light. That is a comfrey. They don't do so well here right now. I don't know, whatever. Mulberry. Fruiting in midwinter like a maniac. You know, mulberries mulberries just do what you want them to do, so don't stress. That's an apple. Thanks, Mum. This little guy. Feijoa. I pruned the feijoa, opened it out, took the center right out. If you look at the other video, it's massive. I could do more if I felt like it. I think this is enough for 1 year. Any new growth, I think the fruit will come on the new growth. Either way, and I tipped the ends just to remove a bit of height. Happy days, I think it'll be good. See the bandicoot action here too, big holes. See they dig down into the roots. But they're not really fucking up. Excuse my French. They're not really wrecking anything. That's Fraser Island. Oh, what are we calling it these days? Kagari apple. Fraser Island. God, I don't know. Fraser Island apple. Cheese tree is going off. This was planted last year. I think Mum got it from the market. It was about 4 inches tall, and now it is taller than me. So that's a good one too. The blue Java banana is kicking on, even like the days are longer. The temperature's low, but it doesn't care because the days are longer, so it's starting to kick on because they are more of a cold loving one. This white cedar, if you look at the previous video, if you can get your hands on a small white cedar, this cost me $18. This is 9 months. 9 months ago, it was, I think, like 18 inches tall, you know, like 60 centimeters tall or whatever. And now it's, oh God, I don't know, 5 meters tall. So what, 20 feet tall, 18 feet tall, something. I'm not very good at the conversions. I do try. This thing gets covered in bottle brush flowers, you know, it's callistemon. There's a raspberry, that's a native raspberry. And then this is another red carajong, the peanut tree. This one's even better than the others, it's just in a better spot. There's a lot of sweet potato hiding in there. The turmeric, the blue turmeric's gone to sleep. It'll wake up. This thing is getting on now. The Mila, it's starting to ramble, and it sort of has a little, the way its leaves are angled, it sort of can hook. It sort of can catch itself on other trees, and then I think after a while it sort of just will hook like this, and it'll just stay there. See that? It just stays there. The black sapote looks good. I only took one branch off this winter. Didn't need it. It's just beautiful. Atherton ginger, I haven't pulled any up, so just let it sit. It's only been about a year anyway, so that is just doubled in size or tripled in size. I just left it. It's beautiful. It's my height as well. Lily pilly, that one I'm letting go tall. The other one I trimmed. This ficus, I'll just try and keep it some decent sort of shape. It's good chop and drop. This guy is finally getting along with himself. Gets burned a lot. It's very sensitive. Davidson's plum has finally sort of established properly as well. we'll see what summer brings. Canna lily. I've done this little step bit here as well, like so you can sort of, you know, so you can come around here and get up here easier, and then I'll end up putting another walkway that way so that you can go up this way and then, you know, cruise along. Each one you got to sort of cruise along, and preferably through somewhere good so we don't squash all the soil. Fiddle leaf is amazing. So yeah, I think that's long enough. 20 minutes is long enough. Oh, this guy, Desert Passion. It's a new planting. Should fill out this whole square, so like from there up to 2 meters. So 2 meters from there. So yeah, right up here should fill this whole corner in, which will be beautiful. And well, it won't really affect this guy, the macadamia. It's slow to start. They're very finicky. I mean, they're endangered for a reason. They're like from 100 million years ago or something. I can't even remember what this is called to tell you, but it's beautiful. Reminds me of like a cartoon tree. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. If you like it, share it. If you share it, like it, blah blah blah, all that garbage. I hope you have a good day.